and welcome back here in Berlin. Thanks for joining us again. Welcome for the ITB Berlin Now 2021 version in this digital platform, in this digital sphere. Thanks for joining us again. And of course, just use the hashtag ITB Berlin Now to follow along and of course get all the updates in our social media channels. Also, talking about special times with special surprises, check out the goodie bags, the ITB goodie bags. Don't miss your ITB goodie bag. You will find them also on the platform and of course in conversation with the exhibitors. And of course another surprise is for you that the live stream will be available as a video on demand until the end of May. So don't worry if you miss some parts, you can rewatch it as a video on demand in the upcoming weeks and moments. Still in the responsible tourism track, that's where we are now in the stage number 2, and we're heading into another field of interest. Coming up now with the Celebrating Her Awards, a very, very important topic, wonderful awards, and the stage goes to Anita Mendiretta. Anita, the stage is all yours now.
Leaders of the global travel and tourism community, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, and a very warm welcome to the ITB International Institute of Peace Through Tourism Celebrating Her Awards, a global award ceremony for empowered women. My name is Anita Mendiretta, and I'm honored to be with you as the hostess for this rare ceremony, joining you from around the world. I join you now, very much honored to also be an IIPT Ambassador for Peace at Large for Global Relations. As we all know, 2021 is an interesting time, as has been 2020. We are all joining, sadly, not at ITB Berlin, but on the virtual stage. As in this now next normal, we are having to adjust to keeping apart while we keep hope strong for our industry. Many of you might also know that this award ceremony was supposed to take place last year. However, in great anticipation, we're doing it now because we have 3 fantastic awardees that we want to make sure we celebrate. I'm going to leave it to one of my dear colleagues who's going to tell you more about IIPT. But before we do, we also know that sadly this year plus has taken many lives and many livelihoods. The IIPT says a special prayer for all those who have lost loved ones and loved work over the past year. We are all doing everything we can to bring together our industry back to where we need to go to build forward better, to make sure that we have a genuinely sustainable, united, inclusive, and peaceful industry that is indeed a force for good for all. So today, on the eve of International Women's Day, we celebrate leading women from across our global sector. I'm now going to hand over to our guardian angel of the IIPT Celebrating Her Awards. She is ITB's Commissioner of CSR, the beautiful, lovely, and adored Rika Jean-Francois. Rika, over to you.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much. Yes, I want to welcome you in the name of ITB Berlin, and I wish to especially acknowledge Louis D'Amour, who is with us for the first time at these awards, the founder of IIPT, and also, of course, our dear friend, Dr. Taleb Rifai, who for so many years has guided us as Secretary General of the UNWTO. And yeah, our first virtual version of ITB and the first virtual version of Celebrating Her Awards. That's really something new. But since we first created these wonderful awards, I remember with Ajay and Kiran, many really extraordinary ladies have been honored. And I always enjoyed congratulating them personally, you know, the company, the pictures we all took together. But right now, times are difficult. So we are still in the middle of this pandemic, and here we are celebrating her, maintaining social distancing. Well, nevertheless, it's wonderful that we're all here and healthy, and the awards still come from our hearts. And they are very well reserved. We have a leadership award for a lady who has been around for many, many years and has shaped the perception of her company like no one before. And we have 2 young ladies with excellent entrepreneurial spirit, sustainable thinking, energy, and power. So let's celebrate them, even if it's from distance. Tourism will for sure recover soon, as we all need the personal experience of traveling to enrich our lives. So let's make sure it will be a sustainable and responsible recovery. And it can happen with these ladies, like our awardees, on the forefront. So thank you so much, and celebrating her.
Thank you so much, Rika. And thank you particularly for all you do for the sector and all that ITB does to support the IIPT. Ladies and gentlemen, these awards are a special award for the sector. Why are they so special? Because they consciously go out to identify, support, understand, and celebrate women around the world who are making significant strides in advancing the future of tourism. Now is the most important time to do that, as we know we need to rebuild and re-strengthen tourism for the future itself. This award initially started in 2016. It's remarkable how it's grown and how many incredible women we've identified around the world, and incredible men who have supported those women to be able to open doors and put the spotlight on where the future needs to be in balancing our industry itself. So before we continue on to 2021's awardees, who are 2020's awardees as well, we're going to take a look back at some of the previous awardees from the IIPT Celebrating Her Awards. Enjoy. I'm sure you can see from all of those incredible awardees just how remarkable the women are in our sector and how vital they are to ensuring that the future of our sector remains strong. Tell us more about the IIPT. It is my genuine honor and pleasure to welcome to the virtual stage our champion of celebrating her, a man who we celebrate every single day for how he works tirelessly around the world, from being based in India, to be able to make sure that the IIPT's message stays strong. Please welcome Ajay Prakash, the founding president of the India chapter of the IIPT. Ajay, over to you.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much. Namaste, greetings from Mumbai, and welcome to the 5th IIPT Global Celebrating Her Awards for Exceptional Women in Travel and Tourism. Normally, we would have been sitting at the beautiful Palais in the ITB grounds at Berlin, but the last 1 year has taught us that we can connect in so many more ways than merely physically. And so, here we are, celebrating her virtually. IIPT, or the International Institute for Peaceful Tourism, was founded 35 years ago by the visionary Dr. Louis d'Amour, who you will hear shortly. It is based on the firm belief that travel and tourism, which is one of the biggest global travel industries, could become the first global peace industry, and that every tourist is potentially an ambassador for peace. The mission of IIPT is to raise greater international awareness of the power of tourism to foster peace, to alleviate poverty, heal wounds of conflict, promote gender equality, and generally strive for a more equitable, sustainable, and peaceful world. In the effort to achieve these goals, we cannot afford to ignore one half of the world's population. It's women. In spite of systemic marginalization, in spite of being the most affected by crises, natural or man-made, women remain the more resilient members of our species. You've just seen a short montage of our previous award winners, and each one of them is an exceptional woman, a powerhouse who's exhibited grit, determination, sagacity, and empathy, and risen to the top of her chosen field. The Celebrating Her Awards are a tribute to such women, an initiative to applaud and felicitate them and hold them up as role models for the younger generation. For while women account for over 65% of the workforce in travel and tourism, barely 20% of them are in positions of authority. This needs to change, and change rapidly, for tourism to fulfill its higher paradigm, which is to make the world a better place. In India, we traditionally worship the feminine principle as Shakti, the cosmic primordial energy that moves through the universe. The Celebrating Her Awards seek to dynamically multiply this cosmic energy and disseminate it across the world. I congratulate the 3 winners of our Celebrating Her Awards this year. They join an illustrious group, and we look forward to their contribution to IIPT's cause of promoting global peace through tourism. Thank you all, and we hope to see you all at Berlin in 2022. Meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy, and above all, stay resilient. Thank you.
Ajay, thank you so much for those words. Without any further delay, it is my pleasure to now welcome to the virtual stage our godfather in the travel and tourism community, and a man who literally has love in his name. He is the founder of the IIPT, Dr. Louis L'Amour. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, Anita. My thanks to Ajay and Kiran for all that you do as President and Vice President of IIPT India, and Ajay as Executive Vice President of IIPT International. To Anita Menderata, who is always there for IIPT to do an outstanding job of moderating. To Rika Jean-Francois for again graciously hosting IIPT for the 5th edition of the Celebrating Her Awards. And to Dr. Taleb Rifai, Chairman of the IIPT International Advisory Board, for his continuous support and inspiration during these difficult times. As mentioned, this is the 5th edition of the IIPT Celebrating Her Awards, which recognizes and honors outstanding women in the fields of travel, tourism, and hospitality from around the world. Exceptional women who have not only empowered themselves, but continue to inspire and motivate other women to excel. This year is no exception as we proudly recognize and honor Natalia, Bayona, Sonal, Asgotraa, and Petra, Hedorfer. IIPT has long supported the leadership of women. At our first global conference, Her Excellency Vigdis Finnbogadottir was the honorary chair. Vigdis was the first elected woman head of state in the world. At the time of the conference, she had just been elected for the 3rd time with 93% of the vote. And at our second global conference in Montreal, Queen Noor was our honorary chairman. And it is clear that women such as yourselves, and increasingly models of leadership in the travel and tourism industry. My best wishes for your continued success, and may God continue to bless each of you.
Louis, thank you so much. It is now my great pleasure to ask a man who is dearly admired and respected around the global community of tourism, our chairman of the IIPT and my former boss at the UNWTO, to please say a few words. Dr. Taleb Rifai, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Anita. Always gracious as usual. You look charming today. Anita, Ajay, Louis, Rika, all the wonderful people that I see in front of me now. I thank you so much for including me this year again, for the 5th time in celebrating her. I want to talk a little bit about her, not about tourism, because although I have spent 2 decades of my life working in tourism, I don't give a damn about tourism. What I care about is what it does to people, how it changes their lives. That's the more important part of tourism. Women have been, for a long time, a segment that has been overlooked. We men of the world have ruled this universe for the last 10,000 years. We don't have much to offer in terms of records. I think it's time for the women to take their proper place. Truly mean that. Look at the leadership of women now. Prime Minister of New Zealand, Prime Minister of Finland. All these ladies are doing great successes now. I believe that a woman can lead this world in a much better, much more efficient way than we do. I truly believe in that. That's why I was very enthusiastic when I joined celebrating her in travel and tourism. ITB must be thanked for this wonderful support they're giving us. Louis, your vision has always paid back. And Ajay, you've created this celebrating her in a fantastic way. Every year, celebrating a group of women that really deserve to be highlighted and celebrated. Look at Anita. She's done a great job. She really did. Her smile is one that conveys confidence, trust, and makes this world a better place, as I always like to say. So, for all of that, I thank you all for celebrating her, because her, to me, very important nowadays, especially in the time of Corona, this very unfortunate time we're all living in. I believe we need women's leadership to guide us, even at home. Our women are the generals. They dictate to us what to do, what not to do. That's the way things are. That's the world of tomorrow. It's tomorrow's world. Tomorrow's norm is not going to be similar to today's norm at all. Today, we're witnessing the international multilateral system falling apart, really. Corona has uncovered that system. The EU is not working together. The United States is not united anymore. Even the UN is not working together as one. I believe we need to rebuild the multilateral system from bottom up, brick by brick. And it takes the will of women to do that. That's the only way we can survive. Thank you so much, Anita, for your kind and gracious introduction. Thank you all for being with us today. Thank you.
Dr. Rifai, thank you. And thank you for always being a genuine champion of the potential and opportunity for women with men, with the community at large. So thank you very much for that. So ladies and gentlemen, very exciting. We now shift from all the formal protocols and introductions and speeches to the awards ceremony itself. Now is the time to celebrate 3 remarkable women. So please join me in congratulating. To begin with, for tourism leadership, we have the amazing award being given to Petra, CEO of GNTB, the German National Tourism Board. Since becoming the CEO of GNTB in 2003, Petra started a process of initiating change for the German National Tourism Board to an international marketing and networking platform. Importantly, this was included positioning Destination Germany as a sustainable destination, barrier-free in terms of travel, expanding the network to more than 5,000 key accounts of tour operators and online travel companies around the world, and taking a leading step in implementing digital strategy for the NTO, a first mover when it came to social media and influencer marketing itself.
Thank you so much, Anita, for your kind words. It's a great honor for me to be presented with the Celebrating Her Award. First of all, let me express my sincere gratitude to the International Institute for Peace Through Tourism. For my whole career within the German tourism industry, sustainability has always been a key issue. No doubt about it, if we do not protect the environment, tourism will not be possible in the first place. Sustainability is now more important than ever, facing the pandemic effects and the impact of climate change. And even before the pandemic, interest in sustainable travel have been growing all the time. I'm proud that it has been 10 years now that we set up an innovation management team to promote Germany as a sustainable destination. And we are so glad that today Germany is one of the top destinations worldwide for sustainability according to the UN SDG index. Corporate social responsibility, which is a key part of sustainability, also covers equality for women, including in leadership roles. Ever since I was given the chance to lead the German National Tourist Board, I did not stop to extend this chance also to women across the whole organization. For many years already, half of the managers in our company worldwide are female. We in the tourism industry believe deeply that tourism is a strong basis for tolerance, equality, and peace, with bringing people around the world together. I'm very proud to receive the Celebrating Her Award. Again, thank you very much. I feel very honored. It is a wonderful appreciation.
The second award, ladies and gentlemen, is for community development through tourism. And this is a really important one. It is my enormous pleasure to announce that the awardee for this is Sonal Asgotraa, the project manager of Astrostays, a remarkable woman leading a remarkable homestay project. And I must admit that when we talk about Sonal in this award, it is very special because as she is working when we speak of Sonal and all the work that she has done with Astrostays, I can genuinely say she is one of the brightest stars in our international travel and tourism community. Sonal, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Anita. It is always extremely special to share the stage with you, even though virtually this time. I would like to begin with thanking IIPT for this award. Astrostays is still a very, very young initiative, and this award is a huge honor for everyone involved in the program and just strengthens our belief to continue on this path. Astrotourism is one of the most sustainable and authentic forms of nature-based tourism. Despite seeing a very strong growth in recent years, especially with the rise in the international dark sky protection movements, astrotourism has still not integrated very well in the mainstream tourism. And the local communities has still not been able to benefit from the areas because the remotest areas are the ones which have these local communities and incredible dark skies, but the benefits have not reached to them. So Astrostays is all about exploring the astrotourism model through the lens of community experiences and building a middle ground for both astronomy and tourism. So your hosts as the Astrostays are not necessarily scientists from observatories, but they are locals who interweave the indigenous lore of their connection with the skies with the modern science to curate a holistic and engaging experience for the travelers and bring the economic benefits directly to lesser-known remote communities. I would also like to thank the International Astronomical Union Office of Astronomy for Development, especially Kevin Govinder and Ramasamy, who believed in this idea and joined forces with us to walk on this path. And last but not the least, I would like to thank my family, my mother, my husband, and my newborn daughter, who have been an immense support and a constant source of inspiration to move forward. Thank you very much.
Sonal, sincere congratulations to you.
Thank you, Anita.
We now go to our next award, which is for Innovation and Empowerment of Women Through Tourism. And there could be no one more deserving of this than Natalia Bayona, the Director of Innovation, Education and Investments at the UNWTO. Natalia is a tireless champion, a courageous visionary who has been working endlessly to be able to make sure that the world is brought together through technology at all levels, all countries, and in all generations. Importantly, Natalia is genuinely engineering the future of tourism. So I hand it over to Natalia. Natalia, loving congratulations to you. Please, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much for this amazing moment. As you know, more than anyone, women and youth are in the tourism sector because, of course, tourism is the top employer of women and youth. So today I'm really excited because, of course, I'm representing both young, talented minds that, of course, are working for a more sustainable, modern, and inclusive tourism. But on the other side, of course, as all of us know, tourism has the power of entrepreneurship, the power of innovation, and of course, thanks to that power and being the more human economic sector, this is really important because this encouraged me to still work amazingly to foster innovation through entrepreneurs, to work with more women that are working in entrepreneurship. As you know, from those 10,000 entrepreneurs that have been working with us during these 2 years, 28% of those startups are led by women. So I am absolutely convinced that working through these programs and with the mandate of IIPT, I will work for a more peaceful and a more innovative future. I come from a country that is Colombia, where the word peace is really important and was really important. And Mr. Rifai knows this pretty well because he was there leading the last UNWTO General Assembly. So to me, it's a strong and amazing recognition because, of course, is joining peace, joining innovation, and joining women empowerment in order to build a better future for everybody. Thank you.
Natalia, thank you so much for everything you've done. You are profoundly deserving, particularly because you know that by bringing together women, education, technology, and investment, our future of tourism will be stronger. So thank you for everything you do in not just helping us understand this, but living exactly what you believe in with such love and such tireless energy. Thank you for that. Before we go any further, I also am very honored to bring with me a message from the current Secretary General of the UNWTO, Zura Pololikashvili, who sends immense congratulations to all of the people winning today. He is delighted to see the IIPT's continued efforts to elevate women, and as he says, tourism has historically provided abundant opportunity for women's empowerment all over the world. As tourism restarts, we will work to ensure gender equality remains center stage in the recovery plans, empowering women genuinely to become financially independent, challenge stereotypes, and start their own businesses. In tourism, a world of opportunity awaits because women are at the heart of the future of tourism. So before we continue, it is my pleasure to now welcome ultimately the VP of IIPT India, another champion and a very dearly loved colleague and friend, Kieran Yadav. Kiran, the stage is yours.
Firstly, I would like to congratulate our winners. They have waited for over a year to receive their awards. Thanks for your patience and understanding. Your awards are well deserved and signify the truly remarkable work you do in hospitality, travel and tourism, an industry that spreads peace across the world. Let me begin by thanking ITB, Rika, for the faith in IIPT India. She always has us in her heart and head when it comes to celebrating her. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this virtual ITB Now convention. Our thanks also includes Johanna Hollensteiner and the ITB Tech team for their professional technical support. Our special gratitude to Dr. Taleb Rifai, who has always been with us and gently guided us. Thanks to our founder, Dr. Louis D'Amore, for creating a unique institution. Anita is the nerve center of all IIPT India events. Her charm and let's do attitude makes us pull up our socks and get going. Thanks, Anita, for being our MC. Love you. Our thanks to the Secretary General of United Nations World Tourism Organization, Mr. Zurab Pololikashvili, for his kind words of encouragement and support. I would like to thank our global jury for giving their time to select the best amongst the many nominations received. Finally, I would like to thank our exceptionally devout audience for being with us always, and those millions of wonderful women who make this world a better place. Thank you. God bless. Have a peaceful journey. Always. Love you all. Namaste.
Kiran, thank you very much. And as we wrap up this special awards ceremony celebrating 3 very special women, from my side, I thank you very much all for joining us. We so hope to see you at ITB Berlin next year in Berlin itself. But until then, from myself, from all of us at IIPT, from a world of travelers, stay safe, stay strong, stay hopeful, and keep your hands clean. God bless and take care.